Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the flyest vlogger on the planet. My name is Showtime Lazar. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a great, positive, productive day as always. You know I got hip hop news, cultural updates, and everything like that for you guys today. But before we do any and all that, you know what you got to do. See that subscribe button on your screen right there. I need you to click that, turn that bell icon on so each and every time one of my videos drop, the content that I'm providing to you, you don't miss it. Let's get into it, y'all. Drop my intro. YouTube, what up, though? All right, guys, so let's jump right into this thing. Let's start this thing about talking about the BET Awards that happened on Sunday. Now, as always, people love and hate the BET Awards. Some people just like, oh, it's not the same no more. It's just not blah, 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 blah. Here's what I'm going to say about it. What I really like about the BET Awards is that you get to see black musicians show their creativity, right? So, for example, Lotto, her performance had like, I want to say it was like a grocery store theme. Because she keeps saying that, rip me out the plastic bar that you girls running into the ground. But you get to see artists show their creativity. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get to see them do that when they do all these other award shows or just like concerts, because they got to get on stage and get off. You know what I'm saying? Venues don't allow for all of that stuff. So to me, this is why I love the BET Awards, because you get to see these artists in a different light. You get to see them do things that they don't normally get to do. Normally they just holding the mic and, you know, rapping and pointing to the crowd. Well, with this, they get a whole theatrical performance, and I kind of like that, because it's not the same just stand up there and rap your bars and then get off stage. You know what I'm saying? That gets repetitive. So I like that. And then special moments happen, like Quavo and Offset reuniting. If you've been following the story, you know they had been beefing for a long time. So for them to come together on a huge stage to, you know, pay tribute to their fallen brother Takeoff, rest in peace to Takeoff, that's a special moment that you only get at the BET Awards. You feel what I'm saying? Like, remember when the Fugees reunited at the BET Awards? Like, stuff like that. Michael Jackson and James Brown on the same stage. That type of stuff only happens at the BET Awards, man. So this is why I like watching that. I'm trying to think of what was some of my favorite moments. I think I just pretty much mentioned them. Quavo and Offset reuniting. I thought that was dope. I thought a lot of performance was dope. Coco Jones winning her award. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, they was killing it at the BET Awards. They did their thing. I do want to talk about this though real quick before I go to the next subject. So there's a video floating around of Sexy Red, the Pound Town girl. Y'all calling that part of the show where she was rapping her song in the audience ghetto. I'm gonna say this. Black people, we gotta stop getting to a point where we getting too bougie and we start calling everything ghetto. This is the BET Awards. It's an award show, okay? It's about music. It's a music award show. It's not the Oscars, right? It's not the Grammys or anything like that. And actually, even at the Grammys, you can probably make a little case for this. But specifically here, BET Awards, okay? I don't think it was ghetto. I don't think it was ghetto at all, just because where else could she get a chance to do that? You know what I'm saying? She wasn't set to perform that night, but she was at the show, you know, and the crowd saw her and wanted to celebrate her, give her her flowers, and they had fun. What was ghetto about that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about she was twerking. They twerk everywhere. Girls, y'all don't call it ghetto when they twerking at the lights, and maybe some of y'all do, but when they twerking at stoplights and at gas stations, okay, that's ghetto. But this is actually a setting for that, so I don't really have a problem with it. Maybe that's just me, I don't care, but it's just, I feel like this was the appropriate controlled environment for her to do that. You know what I'm saying? At a gas station and stoplight, that's dangerous. But at the BET Awards, and then on top of that, it wasn't just her, the crowd was hyping her up. I don't see a problem with that, bro. And then it wasn't like she popped her boobies out or nothing crazy. She was just having fun. So y'all gotta watch how y'all just calling everything ghetto, because in that environment, I felt like it was appropriate, okay? She didn't rush the stage. She didn't do nothing crazy. She was just a little performance in the audience. People just was feeling the vibes, and they got to rapping her verse. So I don't know, man. I thought it was appropriate. But let me know your favorite moments and your not so favorite moments from the BET Awards. Let me know what you thought about the award show. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know all that in the comments below. All right, guys, on to the next subject here. So let's talk about this story where this 14-year-old boy was, I'm gonna use the word protection because the media is saying it and they're saying he murdered the other guy. But if you've seen the video, the man was attacking his mother. So the woman's name is Carlisha Hood, okay, and her assailant or attacker, his name was Jeremy Brown. Now, Carlisha Hood had a 14-year-old son. They were at a restaurant in Chicago, and Carlisha and Jeremy Brown get into it. Jeremy Brown then strikes her a couple times, and then the son runs in there with a gun, lets off a couple rounds until Jeremy Brown is down. He ultimately passed away, but then was charged with murder. Now, the charges have been dropped and the young boy has been released. Here's what I want to say about this. The one and only reason I would think that they even tried to charge him with murder is because of Chicago and because of the reputation that teenagers have and young adults have in the city of Chicago, is that they, like to engage in violent acts. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a lot of murders and stuff like that. That would be the only reason I would suspect that they would charge this 14-year-old boy with murder. But if you watch the video, the guy, Jeremy Brown, threatens the mom and then he punches her. Right? What was that 14-year-old boy supposed to do? I was his mom. At that point, your fight or flight response activates. And in his case, he fought because that was his mom. He had to get that man off of his mama. I think pretty much any man, boy, in that situation, you got to get off my mom's, bro. We've heard stories of, and the reason I pause right there because there's nothing really else to say. We've heard stories of young boys doing that to their fathers or stepdads in that situation, right? Like, when a young boy sees his mom being attacked, it's like, bro, I got to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to defend my mama. So, first of all, kudos to that young man. I'm applaud you, young fella, for doing what you had to do to protect your mom. Because there's a good chance that that woman is a single mom. I don't know, but there's a possibility that she's a single mom. Being that she's a single mom, it's already hard for her. And whatever that guy was arguing with that lady about probably wasn't even that deep in to begin with. And then for him to strike her, that was lame in itself. Now, again, I would say this. Should he be dead? Probably not. But in that instance, that kid feared for his mom's life. So it's nothing more to really say about this situation. I probably would have did the same. I would have did the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's my mom. I would have did that for my mom, grandma, girlfriend, daughter, sister, cousin. It's just what it is, bro. Like, some people just spring into action, and again, that's just what it is. It's your fight or flight response activating, and he did what he's supposed to do. So let me know what you think about this situation in the comments below. How do you feel about how it transpired? What are your thoughts and opinions on this? Let me know all that in the comments below. All right, guys, and the last thing I'm going to discuss with you guys today before I get up out of here. So there is a video of Bow Wow floating around. I'm not sure if he was at the BET Awards. That's where he looked like he was at. But he was getting interviewed, and he was asked about the topic of no hip-hop music in 2023 being, rated in like going number one at all this year so far. And here is what Bow Wow said during the interview. Take a listen.
You really got to have talent. You really got to go. I think people are starting to get tired of it now. That's why you don't see nothing charting. Everything sound the same. Every girl want to get a bag, get a rich, spin the block, I'm sliding on everything is sound the same. Ain't nobody doing nothing different. So it's time to shake the game up and get it back to what it need to get back to. And that's just the real essence of artistry and real good music. Like, that's nothing.
There's nobody.
I mean, Drake, Kendrick, and...
All right, so Mr. 106 in Park said that a lot of the music today is trash, right? It's all repetitive. It's the same thing, and it feels like at some point it's going to be a transition. Here's what I want to say about that. I do agree, but I also disagree. Okay, I do agree that a lot of this stuff now is very repetitive. I do agree that artists are just making what's popular and not good music. You know what I mean? They're just doing what they see somebody else do and it's working, right? So therefore, there's no effort. They're just trying to get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? I won't say everything is trash, but I do agree with Bow Wow that a lot of the stuff that's being made it's not going to be played in 30 years. It's just 10 years, okay? It's mainly because it's just the same thing somebody already did, you know, and the person that did it first, theirs is going to get played, but your, you know, whatever you did that's just duplicating them, it's not going to get played. I mainly think, though, both male and female artists, for the males, the drill music, y'all got to slow way down on that, okay? Because y'all all saying the same thing, saying the same bars, same beats, like, and then y'all just like slightly tweaking it. Like the Chicago drill is the original drill, but then you got like the New York drill that's just saying the same bars, but like with a little New York feel to it. But it's the same thing, and then you got 50 New York artists doing the same thing. So then it don't have the same flow, it don't have the same vibe, it don't have the same, and then y'all just keep making the same song. Ugh, stop it. Stop. Do something different. Do something original. For the ladies, that stripper fight club music, all that get a bag, pop coochie, pop your booty, that's good for the clubs. But okay, do something a little bit different. Like, and then here's what I mean when I say do something different. Y'all don't have to. A lot of times when we tell rappers to do something different, they want to go, oh, I got to be positive, and oh, I got to talk about God. No, not necessarily, bro. Just talk about your life. Talk about what's going on in your life. Talk about that. Talk about growing up poor sometimes, or talk about, you know what I'm saying, your struggle. Talk about something that isn't just about money and ops and clubs and popping coochie. Like, everybody just, we've worn that out, okay? We've worn that out to the T. Okay, now it's time to switch up. Give us something different. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's not going on. So that's how I feel about it, man. I just think it is. I agree with Bow Wow to that degree. The thing I disagree with, I just won't call everything trash, just because sometimes there is a diamond in the rough, and you get that artist that is putting that twist on it enough to where it's not garbage, and their song will stand the test of time. But for the most part, a lot of you guys are just repeating the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and then it's like, it's trash. I've heard it before. So, and it just doesn't have that replay value either. It's like a lot of times nowadays I listen to music, I'll give it one play and then I'm not going back to it. So that's just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.